Hey guys, what's going on today? BOJoeKO here, and we are back with our Columbus Blue Jackets GM mode, getting ready to start round number 1 of the Year 6 playoffs, going up against the New York Islanders. So we finished off the year at a pretty good year, 105 points with a 48, 25, and 9 season. Only managed to get second place in our division though, because the Pittsburgh Penguins actually had a really good year, but we still do manage to get home ice advantage in the first round of the playoffs and going up against a new team in the New York Islanders. So 6 years in, looks like the New York Islanders finally made it back to the playoffs. So we turned injuries on, automated rotate goalies are off, so we're all good to go. So let's go check out what the New York Islanders are got on their team 6 years down the line. All right, so let's see what Johnny T has around him this in year number 6. So first line they got Michael Grabner, John Tavares, and Kyle Okposo. So Johnny T and Kyle Okposo have progressed pretty good. Johnny T is a 91 overall sniper, and Okposo is a 90 power forward. Grabner is that sniper on the first line, the little speedster with that 85 sniper. So it's actually not a bad first line. It competes with our first line pretty well. Second line, Antoine Roussel, Josh Bailey, and Cal Buttercup, or Clusterfuck, however the fuck you want to, however the fuck. So Josh Bailey is actually a pretty decent second line center. He matches up pretty well with um with McDavid and Hodgson down there in the second line. Their wingers are pretty weak though. Clutterbuck is a grind. They have two grinders right beside Josh Bailey, so their second line's not really a scoring second line per se. They got two grinders there. Third line, Casey Cizikas, Franz Nielsen, and Anders Lee. So their third line looks to be a little bit better than their second line. I don't know why they should move Cizikas and Anders Lee up over Roussel and Clutterbuck. So I don't know why they're doing that. And then the fourth line, Halmo, Kyle Brodziak, and Brandon McMillan. So their fourth line actually isn't too bad too. Brodziak and McMillan are pretty good. 75 grinder, might have some good defensive stats, but uh, other than their first line and Josh Bailey, nothing really you have to worry about. Their wingers are kind of weak on that second line. Their centers actually aren't too bad, down to their third line at least. And Brodziak actually is a decent fourth line player. So their offense isn't too bad. They have the superstar in Johnny T, a really good player in Okposo, and they do have a sniper in Grabner and a center in Bailey. But other than that, nothing really too special. Defense of the New York Islanders, they got Ian White and Travis Hamonic, so 84 and an 85. Carl Gunnarsson and James Wisniewski, two 83s, and then Thomas Hickey and Mayfield, 82 and 81. So their defense isn't too bad either. They don't have the top two defensemen like we do. I think our defense is a little bit better than them. They have Wisniewski now on their team, but it looks like they got a lot. They got three defensive defensemen and two ways. Only one offensive defenseman. So they could be playing a more defensively minded game with these defensive defensemen that they have. And then who the hell do they have in net? They have Jonas Hiller and Devin Dubnyk. So they have Hiller as their goaltender, 82 overall. So it's not a bad goaltender. So it's actually, I don't know. Their defense isn't that great. They have, as long as we could shut down John Tavares and the players that are around him, as long as we could shut down the first line, I don't really think that the depth of the New York Islanders is a team that might be able to give us problems. But I think we can take this team on. So we're gonna leave our lines the same. I'm gonna leave Sprong down there in the third line. Keep him on the first line power play though. So here we go. Round number 1 against the New York Islanders in Columbus. Let's see if we can take care of this team first. So here we go. First period, nothing. All right, 12-10 on shots. So they're actually beating us in shots in the first period. So see how if we can come back here in the second. Second period, 1-0. A short-handed goal for Franz Nielsen. Slap shot at the blue line. All right, so that's a weak goal, Bobrovsky, for you to let up here. So come on, boys. Third period. Somebody got to step up here. Oh, my God. Antoine Roussel, the former Dallas Stars player, kicking my ass in the other GM mode. All right, hold on a minute. Cody Hodgson makes it interesting. 2-1 power play. Ooh, come on. Somebody tie one up here late, 5 minutes to go. And, wow, the New York Islanders outshoot us 35-26 in game number 1 and take it 2-1. So, interesting. All right, so they got both of the assists from their defensemen, and Hodgson from Connor McDavid and Austin Carroll. So they get the only points out of game number 1. Interesting. All right, I'm actually going to upgrade my medical staff too before I forget, because I'd rather not deal with as many injuries as possible. So staff upgrades. Medical staff, bump that up all the way. There we go. Confirm that purchase. All right, so that was a game. That wasn't the greatest game there, boys. Come on, we gotta step our game up here. Step your game up, and gotta get some goal scoring on this team. This is a team we could score goals on. Their goaltender isn't that great. We know we can score goals, and we gotta outshoot them too if we want to win this series. So here we go. First period, nothing again. They're outshooting us again, 15-8. I don't know how this team is outshooting us, but all right. So come on, boys. Second period, nothing again. Tied in shots. Jesus. Jonas Hiller and the New York Islanders defense is currently shutting down the Columbus Blue Jackets. Power play, power play. There you go. Patty Kane gets one on the board. 1-0 lead for the Blue Jackets. Power play again. 10 minutes to go. Come on, boys. Hold it down defensively. Go on, OEL. Do it for me. There you go. Thank you. I called out the defense. And empty netter. There you go. 2 quick goals there in the third period. I called out OEL. Ryan Murray got a slap shot goal to make it 2-0, and then Tyler Toffoli got an empty netter to seal the deal as Sergei Bobrovsky posts a shutout in game number 2 as Columbus beats the New York Islanders 3-0, putting up 36 shots on the net. So good job there. Patrick Kane from Ryan Johansson, Murray from OEL and Christo, and then Toffoli from Kane and Johansson. So Patrick Kane and Ryan Johansson with 2-point night for each of those guys. Nicely done. And we walk away game 2 with a 3-0 win. Very good. Very, very good. That's the kind of night. That's the kind of game we have to have, though. But we need to get a goal in the first period. Nobody has gotten a goal in the first period so far in either of these games. So, got to get a lead now. We got to get a lead without scoring a goal until the third period. So, both games we haven't scored a goal to the third period. So, come on, boys. We got to get up to an early lead here in Long Island. Here we go. Get a goal in the first period. Get off to an early lead. We need it. Here we go. First period. Nothing again. So the third straight game in a row where no team has scored in the first period, and the New York Islanders are out shooting us again, 13-8. All right, come on, boys. Second period, 1-0. There you go. There's my rookie, Daniel Sprong, starting it off once again. 1-0 leads, only 28-17 on shots, so they definitely are out shooting us. They might not be putting out quality shots. They might just be taking a shot to get a shot on net. So we got a 1-0 lead going into the third period. Hopefully my defense can hold it for me. Power play, yep, Carl Gunnarsson on the power play. Good Lord, that's a disappointing goal to left. There you go. Leave it to Daniel Sprong. He's putting the team on his back this game in game number 3. Is that going to be enough? Hold it, boys. Hold it. OEL. There you go. There we go. So once again, only pretty much one person kind of showed up for us in the second and the third periods. Daniel Sprong put the team on his back, got 2 goals for the Blue Jackets. We got outshot 27-42. One power play goal led up by Bobrovsky to freaking Carl Gunnarsson. But we do manage to win the game 2-1 over the Islanders in game number 3. So Daniel Sprong from Bryson Martin and Dubes, and Sprong from OEL. So my defenseman chipping in there, helping Sprong get in the point. Once again, Bobrovsky only left that 1 third period goal, so I'll allow it. He's had 3 pretty good games so far. We just need to get the goal scoring kick started up. We need to have like a game where we just like blow them out, get like 3 or 4 goals. All right, so what do we got here? Defenseman in the dub, forwards in the dub, defenseman. How did that guy look in the rest of the world? He's Jovanovski. Yeah, he looks like he's gonna be 3.5 stars. So that's not terrible. Elite League, nah, Swiss, no, Extra Dell. We can scout this guy. Just 1 month for them. Okay, all right. So game number 4, we got a 3-1 series lead over the 2-1 series lead over the New York Islanders. We could take a 3-1 series lead going back home. So let's go. We need goal scoring, boys. Somebody get a goal. Somebody get us a freaking first period lead, for God's sakes. Nobody has had one this series so far. Come on, somebody step up. First period, 2-0. Thank you, Daniel Sprong in a power play and Cody Hodgson. So my second and my third line, well, actually my first line power play and my second line coming together. There we go. So we're leading in shots for the first time after the first, and after it takes us till game 4 to somebody to score a goal in the first period. So we got a 2-0 lead. So we got the lead, boys. Let's hold it. Second period, all right, 2-0. I'm fine with that. Nobody scored in the second. Got a 2-goal lead. Routine is in place for Bob. He's on the case. Power play, good penalty kill. Power play for us. All right. There you go. Boone Jenner. Not at home, but we do get a goal there. My fourth line chipping in. Boone Jenner gets a goal. And there we go. Another shutout for Sergei Bobrovsky. 3-0 win over the New York Islanders. 37 shots. Outshoot them once again. Nicely done. So that first, but like I said, you get that first period lead, you get the game. So Sprong for Toffoli and Hodgson, Hodgson, Sprong, and Toffoli. So there you go. My second liners and my first liners clicking together. So Sprong, all of them got 2 points apiece, and then my fourth line. Look at that, Boone Jenner from Austin Carroll and Tambellini. Probably one of the best fourth lines in the league right now. So there we go. We got a nice little goal there from our fourth line. Take a 3-1 series lead over the New York Islanders going back home to Columbus. So that's the game we need, boys. We need to get off to that first period lead because, like I said, you guys win the game if you can get to that first period lead. So once again, get another goal in the first period and then just hold the lead for the rest of the game. We can do it. Here we go. Back at home at Columbus, let's see if we can close this series out. And oh my God, first shot on that, Johnny T gets a goal. That's his first goal of the series too. All right, come on, boys, answer right back. First period, all right, so John Tavares gets the only goal there, 6-10 on shots. So that's his first goal of the series, too. First goal of the playoffs for Johnny T. All right, come on, boys. Got to answer back here in the second period. Second period, 2-0 Cal. Clusterfuck gets one as well. Wrist shot, pretty close. We're out shooting the 25-14, so come on, boys. Big third period here. Come on. Don't want to go back to game 6. Power play. Come on. Come on. Don't let the defense shut you out. Power play again. Long-ass power play. Oh, my God. Jonas Hiller freaking shuts the door. Only 22 shots with the Islanders. We put up 38. And the Islanders take game 5 from the Columbus Blue Jackets as we're heading back to Long Island, New York for game number 6. Yeah, did not want that to happen. Yeah, we shut them out in game number 5, and then they shut them out. We shut them out in game number 4. They shut us out in game number 5. So come on, boys. We need some goal scoring here. If we don't score any goals in game number 6, I'm going to be forced to make a line change or two if there's nothing going to be happening here. So come on. We need a big game here. Need a big game. Get off to the first period lead. Once again, that last game just clearly showed that. If you get a first period lead, you'll win the game. So come on, boys. Oh, my God. Johnny T does it again. First shot on Bobrovsky. Scores again. Oh, my God. Come on. Answer back this time. First period. Thank you. Oh my God. My freaking mic. So there we go. Thank you. Freaking Austin Carroll. Leave it to my fourth line guy to get a goal. Ties the game back up 12-9 on shots. So we tied game after the first period. Second period. Oh, my God. Halmo and Kyle Okposo on a power play. 3-1 lead for the Islanders. Oh, my God. 17 shots only. Bob, man, come on. You got to stop some of these. Come on, boys. Give me a big third period here. Somebody tie it up. Power play, good penalty kill. Come on. Power play. Oh, my God. There's nothing here. Nothing is happening. This team. Oh, my God. Dubes gets one late, but you wait till freaking 3 minutes left in the third period. Empty net for Michael Grabner. And the freaking New York Islanders force a Game 7 against the Columbus Blue Jackets. My goodness. My goodness. Oh, my God. My fourth line only showed up that game. My third and my fourth line showed up. Sprong's been getting points. Danny Cristo has been, like, literally nothing. He's been nowheresville. All right, we're simming a day up here. And, yep, there, well, that shows it. Danny Cristo's been injured with, like, a sore wrist or rib or something like that, so we need to call somebody up. Who's going to be Robbie Fabry or Fabry? Get your ass up here. We're going to edit these lines manually. So, offense. So, Sprong, you're moving up now. Sprong, you're going to move up. And actually, Fabry is a third-line playmaker. So, you know what? I'm going to put him in there. Well, no, not Jenner. Who did I put? Oh, my God. I hate when it glitches like this. Fabry. There you go. Does he have better faceoffs than... no, he does not. So, I'll let Fabry play the wing. Sprong moves up to the second line with Hodgson and McDavid. Yeah, I'm going to leave that the same. Sprong, you move up, and I guess that means Cody, well, not Hodgson. I'm going to put, who do I have? I think I put McDavid in there. Yeah, I got to put Connor McDavid now on the power play, so I'll put him on the wing. All right, four-man power play, Kane, Hodgson, Daniel Sprong, get in there. Penalty kill. Yep, I don't think Cristo was anywhere else except 4-on-4. No, he wasn't even on 4-on-4. He's probably in shootout lineup, though. Yeah. Oliver Ekman-Larsson. There we go. All right, come on, boys. Yeah, 3-1 series lead over the freaking two. No, we never have a. Yeah, did we have a 3-1 series lead? Yeah, we have 3-1 series lead over these guys, and they win freaking 2 straight against us to force a game 7 back in Columbus. So come on, boys. We need to get out to a first period lead against this New York Islanders team. I'm not losing to a team like this. They're not that great. I know we can beat this team. Come on, my freaking mic is bugging the shit out of me too. All right, come on, boys. Let's go. We made a little bit of line changes here. Moose Sprong up in the lineup. We lost Christo, but it's not really that big of a deal. I don't think he got any points at all in those first 7 games. So come on, we're going to do a ×6 simulation for this entire game, boys. Come on, let's go. Step your game up here at home in Columbus. Power play, good penalty kill to start the game. Refs don't like us early. That's fine. Come on, somebody step up with an early goal here in game number 1. Power play. All right. So first period, no scoring again. Tie shots. There you go. Leave it to my freaking fourth line. Leave it to Tamber. Adam Tambellini. Nice goal there. 1-0 lead for the Blue Jackets. There you go. Leave it to my sniper. Daniel Sprong. Move him up in the lineup. He gets it done. 2-0 lead for the Blue Jackets. After 2. Don't. I'm not. All right. Hold up. All right, we got a 2-1 lead now going into the third period. They scored a late one. Brandon McMillan, I believe, got a goal. So we got a 1-goal lead. Come on, boys. We need somebody to get another goal here. Get us a 1-goal cushion. Not safe with this lead. Power play. Come on, 10 minutes to go. Hold it. OEL. I'm calling you out. OEL. Thank goodness. Oliver Ekman-Larsson and the defense, they calmed the team down, calmed it under control. Bobrovsky shut down the door after that late goal in the second period by Brandon McMillan. And the Columbus Blue Jackets their offense really doesn't show up again. The fourth line kind of saves them again, and Daniel Sprong does get the eventual game winner in the second period at 11:46. Nothing happened in the third. They shut down the door, and you know what? The Columbus Blue Jackets, they hold off elimination kind of once again and win game number 7 against the New York Islanders 2-1. So Adam Tambellini from Boone Jenner and Julius Hunka, and then Sprong from Connor McDavid and OEL. So there you go. OEL stepped his game up there in game number 7, and the team that I think thought wouldn't have taken us to 7 games, they did take us to 7 games, and you know what? They actually they gave us a run for our money. Their defense actually played good. Jonas Hiller was apparently a monster in net some games. It was a good defensive matchup. And we dealt with no injuries in Game 7. We only have to deal with one injury, which is Danny Cristo will be out for 2 weeks. And it looks like we're going to be facing the Toronto Maple Leafs in round number 2. So interesting. Looks like they beat Pittsburgh. So, yeah, they beat Pittsburgh, and we're going to have home ice advantage against the Toronto Maple Leafs in this series. So that's going to be interesting. All right, so let's go check out stats for that last series. All right, so let's go check out the stats for that series. Okay. All right, so forward-wise, who did the best job there? Yeah, Daniel Sprong. No surprise there that Daniel Sprong has been doing massive amounts of work on these playoffs so far. 6 points in 7 games, 4 goals. He had a monstrous season, so he's going to continue to cap it off an amazing playoff run. 6 points in 7 games. And then look at the depth that I have right now. Look at my freaking fourth line. My fourth line is doing better than my first line right now. Boone Jenner, Austin Carroll, and Adam Tambellini, all of them with 3 points in 7 games right now. My fourth line clicking together really damn well. All right, so Hodgson does have 3 points. Toffoli has 3 points, but kind of Patrick Kane, Ryan Johansson, Tyler Toffoli kind of like pretty much gone unnoticed. McDavid with only 2 assists. Ryan Johansson with only 2 assists. Dubinsky with 2 points. Kane only with 2 points. Christo only had 1 assist in 6 games, so he really hasn't been doing all too well. Fabry played the 1 game, didn't have anything. Dan Terrell has no points either. But, I mean, if we look at goal scoring, there's just been nothing here. Nobody's been scoring goals other than Daniel Sprong. So that definitely needs to change in the Toronto Maple Leafs series. And plus minuses, yeah, just some players are -1. So, yeah, the fourth line's been definitely picked up for the first line, but that shouldn't happen. You need the first line guys to step up. All right, defensemen, OEL with 3 points, Julius Honka with 2, Murray and Martin with 1. Savard and Eriksson don't have anything. All my defense are plus players and or even. And then Sergei Bobrovsky, you know what? He did play a pretty solid 7 games. Ortio apparently got in for 1 game. He stopped 9 shots. 9 shots, I guess, against the Islanders. He might have been pulled a little bit earlier, taken out due to an injury or something like that. But he played 7 games, a 1.36 goals against average, 4-3 with a 95.5 save percentage, 2 shutouts for him in that series. So that's probably why his GAA is so low. But you know what? It's not his fault. He really didn't have goal support in that series against the Islanders. He kind of had to win our defense and goaltending had to kind of win us that series. So you know what? I'm actually not that. I'm actually kind of glad that he stepped his game up there. So let's go check out the playoff tree now and see how the first rounds turned out. All right, so in the East, Montreal beat Ottawa in 6, Tampa Bay beat Boston in 6, Toronto beat Pittsburgh in 5, and we beat the Islanders in 7. And then Calgary beat Vancouver in 7, Edmonton beat San Jose in 7, Winnipeg beat Colorado in 5, Minnesota beat Nashville in 5. So Nashville will not be repeating as a Stanley Cup champion once again. So it looks like we're going to have another winner again. So here are the Elite 8 in the West. We got the Edmonton Oilers that go up against the Calgary Flames in the Battle of Alberta. And in the other one, we have the Minnesota Wild up against the Winnipeg Jets. And in the East, the Tampa Bay Lightning looking to go back to another Stanley Cup Finals, going up against the Montreal Canadiens. And the Columbus Blue Jackets going up against the Toronto Maple Leafs. So this should be another interesting series going up against the Maple Leafs, another team we have never played before in the playoffs. So this should be an interesting series as well. So hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like, leave a comment, and subscribe as always. Round 2 coming up next against the Toronto Maple Leafs.